What's up, everybody? Make sure you carve out some time soon to stop by the Doodle Drive-In on East Steeles Corners Road in Cuyahoga Falls. You, your fur baby, and your friends can grab some food and soak up some spins and good conversation up in the fenced-in outdoor dining area. It's super great. The Doodle Drive-In is on a mission to bring people together through food, community, and animals. We had a great time there. It was super duper clean, great open spaces, and Craig Elo even made a new best friend. Everyone, meet Ben Franklin.
Happy 3-day weekend, everybody. Welcome to week 3 of the 330 to go high school football show. Happy Friday. I am Mike Vorhies.
With Matt Magaw.
And well, it's Friday.
It's Friday. Man.
We get a 3-day weekend.
Exactly. Exciting.
Labor Day is Monday. Cookouts, golf, college football kicks off on Saturday.
Ooh.
Let's go.
That northeastern Ohio smell of football.
It is.
It's just in the air.
If you've been outside this week, it's been cooler. Fall is in the air. You could start talking about pumpkin spice, and then I heard it's going to be like 90 this weekend. So,
perfect.
Hey, it's Ohio. Let's do it.
That's better than snow.
We got a game of the week. We got pick'ems. We've got our player spotlight. We've got a lot to get through. First things first, Matt. Game of the week tonight. Wadsworth at Medina. Going to be a phenomenal game. You got to interview both coaches this week. Phenomenal job, by the way.
Thank you. I can do something right.
Something.
Maybe.
We'll get to we'll get to your lack of pick'em knowledge here later. But yeah, you went 1-4, just a preview. But we'll get to it. But
so bad.
It was. It's okay though. Everybody's allowed to have an off week. It happens. It's sports.
2 weeks.
Yeah. Well. Maybe you'll go 5-0 this week and you'll make up some ground. Doubtful, but who knows? Follow the fans. They seem to know what they're doing.
Fans are doing phenomenal.
Yeah, fans are running away with
7-3.
We got our pickups. It's time though for I don't see a plate, I don't see a fork, but it's time to eat some crow.
Yeah.
So folks, last week we talked about the Green South Range game. It was added in as to our pick'ems. The fans added it. So Matt and I thought it would be fun to talk about how, hey, South Range is on a 31 game, regular season winning streak.
Won
and
the state championship.
They were on a 17 winning streak game overall. And we both take South Range and we're like, okay, great. And then Friday night last week, my phone's blowing up and I get the score updates and Green beat South Range 21-7.
Congratulations.
We both got trucked.
I put it up. I shared it out. We had a little clip. I even said, hey, big win.
We'll do it
They
live.
got some momentum going.
You live in Green. I graduated from Green. I had a person who shall remain nameless slide into my direct message on X and tried to revoke my alumni status for going against the Bulldogs. And it was kind of odd. I thought it was like it came across as joking towards the end, so I feel better about it. But
well, at least we know they're watching.
They have bulletin board. Yeah, I'm fired for that.
Yeah, apparently so.
Green's done. They're going to raise your property taxes. I mean,
you've lost your tassel.
I guess
so.
They got to give it back.
Apparently, they want their diploma back. They want the tassel.
Once a bulldog, always a bulldog. And
do you still have it?
Not. Oh, I've got all that stuff. Of course
you
I
should
do.
Bring it in. We should like lay it out in a barn.
We should and just light it on fire.
Oh my gosh!
They
Did
don't
you
love
hear
me
that
anymore.
one? Wow.
They don't love me anymore.
You want to light it on fire? I was just saying
kidding.
we could just,
I'm just kidding. A quick recap of the game. Antonio Martin, he's back. He's healthy. He scored a touchdown. Zach Baglia, remember the name, folks. Northeast Ohio, probably one of the better wide receivers. He had 2 receiving touchdowns. He caught one from Semino Manson, the quarterback, and then he caught one from Martin on a little trick play.
Nice.
So Green again knocks off South Range. I will enjoy my crow. To the city of Green, to Green High School, to its football team. I'm sorry.
Wow.
That's where we're going to go.
I've picked multiple teams the last 2 weeks and lost. So I feel like
that's your score right there. The Crickets.
Just nobody wants to.
So that's breaking news part 1. Here's breaking news part 2.
Oh.
So let's let the fans know. We teased it a little last week. It's official. Matt Magaw will join me for Q92 Radio Sports tonight in Louisville, Ohio at Louisville Leopard Stadium. The Northwest Indians come to town, and Matt was gracious enough to join me in the booth. My
appreciate the invite.
Regular broadcast partner, Ryan Keller, will be traveling to South Bend to see Notre Dame in action on Saturday, so he's out Friday.
Good excuse.
So I will slide from color commentary to play-by-play. Matt will fill my seat in the color commentary role. We'll get photos. We'll get coaches' interviews. We'll get just post-game stuff. It's going to be exciting. We'll share the link. Listen in. Join the stream. Listen to us banter for 4 hours, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. We'll play commercials. We'll do a lot of stuff. It'll be so much fun. I'm looking forward to it. So again, Matt, for one night only. One night only joins Q92 Sports.
Put it up like on the headline.
I know. Q92 Sports welcomes Matt Magaw for one night only.
That's actually the introduction they're going to use.
Well, that'll be my introduction probably on air when I tell everybody who you are.
I remember in high school when I would like tape the game. So I'm going to have to like ask my mom to like tape the game.
Well, hold on.
Hit the record button.
She doesn't need to because all the games go to SoundCloud. The Q92 page
I'm trying to
SoundCloud.
play it on vinyl. I want it on vinyl.
Well, you might have to pay a little money there, but yes, so that will be tonight.
Looking forward to it.
It's exciting. So we've got all this football. We're going to jump into our pick'em recaps from last week because Matt sucked. I didn't do much better.
Jesus.
I only got him one game. He went 1-4. I went 2-3. The fans go 3-2. Our fans are now 7-3. That's fantastic. They're running away with this thing. I'm now at 5-5. At least I'm at 500. And Matt's at 3-7, and I don't know what the math is on that.
No, well, it's just a mirror of the fans.
You're under 500.
Oh, way above.
So let's recap. Let's recap real quick. St. Vincent St. Mary traveled down to Perry. St. Vincent St. Mary wins the game 16-14. Great game. Perry actually scored a passing touchdown.
Which
it doesn't happen a lot. They run the wing T offense, so it's a lot of runs, but they were able to get a touchdown pass. So shout out to the Perry Panthers. Came up just a little short at the end. They had a chance to win it.
A big win. That'd have been a real big win.
It would have been. Garfield went to Revere. Revere
they went there.
Gave them the old boot. The Minutemen ran wild, 42-7. That was way off on that. We got trucked. That's one. Yep, I took Garfield.
Yep. Okay.
This
Fans
one,
had Revere
this
thanks
one,
to a quarter.
this one I got on you. So West Branch went to Woodridge, and West Branch back to their winning ways, 34-13.
See.
Don't sleep on West Branch, guys. Don't sleep on them quite yet. They struggled week 1, but they're back for week 2. They take care of Woodridge, and you lost that game.
That was number 2. Oh, 4.
We game number 4 in the pick'ems was Firestone at Copley.
Everybody got that wrong.
And Firestone showed out 53-28.
That was a.
I will take those 18 wheels. I have the treads to prove it. That was a beating. That was a beating.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
And then our game of the week. Hudson traveled down to that newly renovated stadium in North Canton to take on the Hoover Vikings. And Hudson ran some more in the tune of 45-8
Do you
over
think that's just that
Hoover.
once they got up by so many, does that North Canton wants to run the ball.
North Canton loves to run the ball, but once you fall that
QB.
far behind, you've got
Derlin's back there.
Carson Derlin, but he's got weapons.
Yeah.
But Hoover does like to run the ball, and unfortunately, when you get that far behind, you become one-dimensional. The defense knows it, and they can pin their ears back, and
it's time to go.
So unfortunately,
That's
shout out to the fans.
4 guys. So
congrats on getting 3 of those right. I only got 2 of them right, and Matt once again only got 1.
Well, I'm just showing you how not to do it.
Yep. If anybody can help Matt, reach out to Matt directly. Message the show. We'll get you some help, man.
I do need
We're gonna need it. I'm gonna follow the fans this week, I think.
Are you?
Yep, I think so.
All the way through?
I might. We'll see. Our pick'ems this week were
Do you want me to tell
challenging.
you who the fans picked first?
Yes, let's do that, and that'll help me get into my picks.
so,
No, wait a minute. What do you mean? I don't think so. We're doing it.
rain.
Really?
Yes, let it rain.
Let it rain.
Let it
Are we
rain.
going into the pick'ems now? Or
No, we're going into our player
gonna
highlight, Mr. Magaw. Would you like to shed some light on our player highlight for week number 3?
Senior. Number 2 from Stow Monroe Falls School.
Ooh, just down the street.
QB, wide receiver, and safety. Joey
Lehner.
Bam. Look at that.
Joey
I like that.
Lehner, congratulations. Last year, he was only able to play the first 3 games. Or no, the last 3 games of his junior season due to injury. So he played the last 3.
I think the way that they came in, he was at CVCA.
Yes.
And also now he's at Stow.
So in 2021, he played at CVCA, and listen to this game, okay? He had 107 yards rushing, 201 yards passing, 3 touchdowns against Woodridge in that backyard brawl, since the schools are so close together.
And that works out because that's one of our picks.
That's a teaser.
Wow.
Little teaser.
Well, we just figured that out.
We did.
See?
Multi-sport athlete with several all-conference, district, and state awards in baseball and football. He received them both at CVCA and Stow Monroe Falls High School. This kid, let me tell you what, I love it. I love that he is a multi-award winner. He's doing it on the field. He's doing it off the field. He loves to spend time with his family and friends, and he's always willing to put in the extra work off the field year-round. I love the work ethic right there.
What's he looking to do?
So he wants his favorite subject in school is video journalism. So before I go any further,
That's pretty sweet.
hold on a minute. 2023 in video journalism is a class.
Yeah.
Can I go back to school? Green doesn't want me. Can I go somewhere else? Can I go somewhere else and take video journalism? That sounds like so much fun. No, I'm not going to turn on you, Green. I'm just kidding.
Wow, it
Jeez.
sounds like you're really trying, man.
That's all right.
I'm
So
sorry.
after high school, he wants to become a teacher. So shout out. That's amazing. And he wants to coach high school sports.
Wow, wants to go back, give back. That's awesome.
So
man.
Joey
Those are really
Lehner,
good stuff.
congratulations. You are our player highlight of the week. Do you want your athlete mentioned on the show?
Yeah.
Make
you do
sure
it?
you fill out the form online, and maybe next week we'll be talking about you.
So we'll share that.
We will. It's a real easy link. It's a Google Doc, guys. You click it. It asks some questions. You give it the information. It comes to us. We put it on our notes, and we talk about you. You'll get to see a little blurb, a little post all about Joey Lehner this week, including a picture. I'm
Perfect,
excited
man.
to see who next
Take
week's
advantage of that.
player
Seriously,
highlight
that's,
is too.
It's simple, sweet, and easy. So why not do it?
We have last week's was amazing. The first week's was amazing. Like, we've come out of the gate swinging.
I like it just because we're talking about
these are local kids. You probably pass them and don't even realize it. So
you can hear the stuff that they're doing on and off the field. That's great. So
exactly.
The more you put in there, the better. I mean, I think that, give them their roses. I think I said that in week 1. Let's just stay with it. But that's really cool that somebody took the time out to write that.
That's fantastic. I'm excited. Again, it's super easy. We will share it on the group page. Again, if you haven't joined the group page, what are you waiting for? We've personally invited you. You're welcome. Anybody can join. Let's go.
You send out a nice little welcome. I see those come out. Even after you join, you get a little thank you.
We're excited to have you. I mean, obviously, if there's a player that you want us to talk about, all you have to do is fill out the form.
Gotta represent.
No, very group involved. We allow everybody to kind of add games in there and stuff. So it's your 330.
We want to hear from our fans. This is why we call it the 330 to go high school football show. It's not just us. It's not just you and I, Matt, with microphones rambling for however long we talk. And we love to hear from the fans.
Absolutely.
So we wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for them. So
facts.
Shout out to the fans. Bring us some more info. If there's something we're missing, let us know. I'll share my X handle. Let us know. I mean, I want to know.
You guys have any problems? Take them up with Mike. Go ahead.
Drop into my direct message.
Feel free.
And we'll
There's
talk.
a problem with me. Message Mike.
Exactly. I got broad shoulders.
Just push
Let's
it
do
all right over
Let's
there.
do
I'm here for complete.
I don't play defense.
Useless
you hear
commentary.
that? I don't play defense.
Ooh. Well, defense wins games.
It does.
Defense
wins championships.
Defense
folks.
wins games.
All right, so it's time to discuss our game of the week before we get into our week 3 pick'em games. It is a big one, folks. 2-0 Wadsworth travels to Medina to take on the 1-1 Medina Bees. Oh my goodness. Wadsworth, they come into this game after 2 strong wins over Barberton and Worcester. They are led by senior quarterback Will Stack, senior running back Kyle Figueres, and wide receivers Drew Jones and Calix Lemp. This offense is going to put points on the board. They're averaging they put up 49 against Barberton, 45 against Worcester.
Yeah.
I mean, Medina's going to have to play some defense.
What's the average on that?
Math is not my strong suit, but I would go with 46, 47.
47.2.
Something. Yeah, there you go. Listen, that's great math.
Thank you.
The defense will be one exciting group to watch. They're led by linebackers Gavin Magadan and Parker Ross and safety Simon Kiker. Plus, they look at this. The Grizzlies get revenge against the team that beat them twice last year, once in the regular season and once in the second round of the playoffs that sent them home.
Yeah.
If that's not motivation, I don't know what is.
That's what I talked about with Coach Todd.
That was great. Those interviews again. Go back and watch the videos. They're there for your viewing pleasure. Let Matt know how he did. I mean, I thought the interviews went well. I love the Zoom setting. Coaches are a lot more relaxed.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're more comfortable and they may share a little bit more than what we would get with a face-to-face interview on game day because they're dialed in, they're focused. When it's not during a football game and they're able to just relax.
Oh, he had the Papa shot in the background.
Oh, dude, we gotta have. I heard you have one in your basement.
I do.
We need a 3-3-0 to go.
Papa shot
challenge.
Wow.
I'm throwing it out there. Hey Hank, if you're listening, 3-3-0 to go. Papa shot challenge. Let's do it. Come on, Hank. I don't hear anything, so we'll see. We'll see what he says.
He's sneaky athletic.
He is sneaky athletic.
I saw that at golf early in the year.
I've watched him play softball, so I know he's athletic. He can do some things.
Okay.
Might have to worry about him, but you know who else I'm worried about? Moonman's wife. They're both very good athletes. They might embarrass me completely out the building.
You're saying like a whole.
Oh, it's anybody that's
Papa shot.
Exactly for us.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Let's do it.
I feel like you just spearhead that.
Oh, great.
So you should just plan that whole thing out.
No, we're not talking about practice. We're talking about Papa shot.
Exactly. Well, Coach Todd had that.
Yeah, that was sweet. That was awesome.
He's laid back. He's relaxed in there during the interview. He has got. I got to think the message that's coming out this week is exactly along the lines of what
Get
you're
some
saying.
revenge,
It's
guys.
revenge. It's pure
you
revenge.
get to play them. You got to play them twice last year. Both games
Super
were close. Yeah,
super close.
Yeah.
49-35, something like that. I think was the last game, and the first.
Didn't
one
the first one went into overtime?
Yes, because I remember we were getting updates last year, and it kept
live.
What it would go like 2 or 3.
Yeah,
OTs or something like that. I think I can remember correctly.
Well, we'll talk about Medina. They come in after a loss against Columbus powerhouse Olin Tangi.
Very good.
I got it right.
Yes. You were nervous about that before the show. He was like practicing.
53-28. Medina started the season. They got a win at
who?
I just drew a blank. Oh, Stow.
Yeah.
They beat Stow week 1.
Yeah. 48.
Handled them by 30.
48-18.
So yeah, I mean, Medina's led by quarterback Danny Stoddard, who led the country, not the county, not the state, but the country.
What? Stud.
5,035 yards passing, 58 touchdowns.
That's ridiculous.
13 interceptions. He also rushed for almost 700 yards, had 12 more touchdowns, and he's got 2 of his favorite targets in Jack Wojciak. I hope I'm saying that right. Wojak.
That's how coach it.
Wojak. That's perfect. And Austin Knowles. Their defense is talented. Nathan Nunn back after having 8 sacks last year.
Yeah.
And Talon Hulvey led the team with 109 tackles. Guys, this game is going to be a slobber knocker, a slugfest.
You think
battle.
It's defense? You think it's defense?
Both of these teams have great offenses, so I'm going to go offense. I think this is going to be a shootout.
High scoring.
I think it's going to be a high scoring shootout.
What do you think the score is without telling us the team?
Let's go 45-34.
You could have just said last year's score.
I think 45-34. You asked me my prediction.
That's good.
I'm giving you that. How about you?
I don't know. We'll get to it.
All right.
I'm not really good at predicting.
It's time for your least favorite event, and that's our week 3 pick'em games. We got 5 games that we will choose from. We're going against you, the fans, each other. This is all fun. Like, I love it. I look forward to you posting the pick'ems, and then I have to think about them all week.
Yes.
And then I have to try to figure out who I'm picking.
And these are just our opinions.
Yes, guys. This is just us, being 2 fans and trying to do the best we can with what information we have.
Yeah.
Is that fair? I think that's fair.
I think is that our disclaimer?
That's the disclaimer.
That's the disclaimer moving forward. All right, cool.
Game 1, Ellett is 0-2. They travel to Buckeye to play the Bucks, who are 2-0.
Fans took Buckeye.
I'm going with Buckeye.
And I'll follow suit.
I love their helmets.
Oh.
The Buckeye Bucks. I think that's fantastic. I love it.
It looks like wood, but it's actually the antlers.
Yeah.
It's really, really sweet with the orange.
All right. Game 2, Woodridge, 1-1, travels less than half a mile?
0.8
to CVCA to take on the 1-1 Royals. I'm going to take CVCA in this one, but I think it's going to be very close. Woodridge won their first game of the year 28-0 over Revere. They lost to West Branch last week, but not by a point. West Branch beat them 34-14. Did they not?
Yeah. No, that's what you had. We went over earlier.
Yep. And then CVCA lost to Streetsboro week 1 and then beat Kent Roosevelt last week.
And you're taking CVCA?
I will take CVCA.
So the fans CVCA and I'm going CVCA.
That's 2 for anybody keeping tabs at home.
See, we're all the exact same right now. So
game number 3, North 1-1 travels up Route 8 or the Ocho, as Hank calls it.
Wow, that's even close.
To take Cuyahoga Falls, who is 1-1.
Both 1-1.
Both 1-1.
Both 1-1.
Yeah.
Who North played in week 1. They got Coventry.
Yep.
That was the big win. They beat up on Coventry, I think 28-0.
They got trucked.
And then Twinsburg was where they took their L.
Yep.
Okay.
Twinsburg's really good.
All right.
And then Cuyahoga Falls beat. Oh, I'm drawing a blank. Why am I drawing a blank? They lost to Firestone week 1.
They beat Springfield.
And then they beat Springfield. It took me a minute. I figured it out.
So you're taking.
I'm gonna take North. I'm
following the fans.
So who do they take?
They took Cuyahoga Falls.
What?
Yes.
Guys, I'm not switching my pick. Nope.
So
I'm sticking with North. Lock it in.
Lock it in.
Okay.
All right.
And then our I should say co-game of the week because I think this one's going to be really good. It's 2-0 Alliance traveling to Streetsboro to battle the Rockets, who are 2-0. Streetsboro beat CVCA week 1. They beat Normandy week 2. Alliance beat Lake week 1 and Niles McKinley week 2. Alliance.
Dang. Taking Alliance.
I think the Aviators,
well.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the Aviators are going to win way more games than they lose.
Okay.
They're very talented. Coach Tim Goodman's got that team playing well. The defense is playing very well. They have offense for days.
We said it after the first week because they were the game of the week.
They beat Lake.
That was like a springboard.
That was a defensive battle the whole game.
Springboard into their season, I think.
And Brandon Zerberg led that team, scored both touchdowns for Alliance week 1. So Alliance, we both take Alliance. The fans took Alliance, so I feel confident in that.
We're
pick.
only split by 1 right now.
So far, one
difference, just one.
Just one, and we're going to go to the game of the week. The Grizzlies from Wadsworth, 2-0, traveling to the Medina Bees, who are 1-1. Matt, I'm going to take the home team in this one, and I'm going to take Medina.
Yeah.
I want to take Wadsworth. I do. This one, I could probably flip a coin, and I'd be happy with either result. I think this game is going to be super close. If we weren't working tonight in Louisville, I would be at this game, and I'd be cheering on both teams because this is what high school football is all about. Are you going to go Wadsworth? You're thinking about it.
I'm thinking about it, but that home, because it's at.
Danny Stoddard is a stud, folks. I mean,
you just mentioned all the video game numbers he threw out.
That's Madden numbers.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
That's Tecmo Bowl.
That's ridiculous last season.
Tecmo Bowl.
I think it's much closer. I hope that next week we're talking about Wadsworth with the ups. I don't even know if it's
not an upset. I don't think you can call it an upset.
Well, you know what's crazy?
Really good teams.
We're definitely going to have a split here in some sense because the fans took Wadsworth.
Of course. And I don't doubt the fans here because Wadsworth has a tremendous fan base. They really do.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Norton, just like Barberton, they love their team. I got to go with Medina. If Medina doesn't play Olentangy and get spanked week 2, I
you
think
just
this
like
is
saying that name.
Now that I know how to say it, yes. I mean, you figure they beat Wadsworth. No, Medina beat Stow 48-18, and then they lost to Olentangy. That's the last time I'll say it. 53-28.
Yeah.
And they're a powerhouse out of Columbus. So
Wadsworth took care of Barberton
and Worcester.
Yeah.
So I think this game's going to be a little harder. I think Medina has a ton of weapons. I'm going the Bees.
I'm going to stay with that. Home team.
You're going to go the Bees?
I'm going Medina.
So we only have one game difference
between us.
Yeah.
But then with the fans, you have 2. And I have 1.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm making up ground this week.
You need all the help you can get, sir. You're
true.
2 games behind me. I'm 2 games behind the fans.
Started taking it serious.
Yes.
No, but the fans also wrote in a couple more games.
Let's hear them. Let's
Norton and Firestone.
Ooh, Firestone fresh off their win over Copley. Yeah. Norton.
Yes, I'll stay with Norton.
Norton's really good.
I'll stay with Norton for sure. Magaw and Dalton.
Okay, I don't know much about Dalton. I drive through there a lot. But I don't know much about their football team.
It's tough to go against Magaw.
Magaw is a championship caliber team year in, year out. They love to run the football. Wildcats.
You're staying with them?
Yep.
All right. I'll stay in line with you as well there. So Magaw.
Yep.
Who else do they have?
Let's see.
Green and Talmadge.
Oh, great.
You have to say Green because
Talmadge. No, I'm kidding. Green. Green.
There it was.
Green.
Oh.
Bulldogs.
You guys heard it.
Bulldogs.
They're taking your tassel.
I'm
taking I think
Green.
Green, yeah. I like Green this week.
Talmadge isn't as good as they were last year. Green has come out swinging.
They graduated at the quarterback and the receiver from last year, and I think that they're obviously trying to
Green. It's at Talmadge, correct?
Yes.
So
it's at Talmadge.
Green.
Yeah. Last year.
Yeah,
that was an amazing game.
Came down to 1 point, I believe.
Yeah, extra point.
Somebody missed an extra point.
Well, they went for like a 2-point conversion, I want to say.
I think so. All right. So we got Green. Guys, hold on. Teaser. Green is in our game of the week next week as they take on the Jackson Polar Bears. There's the teaser.
Jackson.
At Jackson.
At Jackson.
There's your teaser. And that's not a coincidence. That's not me trying to suck up to Green.
Yep, totally.
This was picked.
We were supposed to go somewhere else, and he just changed it on the air.
This was picked months ago.
Do you have a Letterman?
I do.
Oh, you should rock it.
I don't think it'll fit me.
Last year when we went to St. V,
you don't want to see me in that Letterman jacket. No way.
I had a St. V jersey.
You did, and you and Hank went toe to toe, blow for blow.
But if you got any like Bulldog gear,
I do. I have some shirts. I've got my tassel. I know I have my.
Actually, if you just did the show with the tassel on, I think that would be amazing.
No. So we got Green. All right. What else?
And last one was Barberton and Erie McDowell from PA.
You know what? Barberton.
I'm sticking with Ohio.
I
teams.
Can't. Right. We learned the hard way after Northeast Ohio versus America.
No.
We both. I said 3-1 in that. You picked one team, and that.
I can't wait for like 2 more weeks, and we can stop talking about that.
We can't. We're not going to let you live it down, man. Just like we're not going to be able to let the Green South Range go for a bit.
Yeah. Well,
And what a game! I mean, shout out again to the Bulldogs. Congrats for winning that game. Breaking the streak. So join us next week. Week 4, we'll recap our Wadsworth Medina game of the week. We're going to talk about our trip to Louisville tonight. Matt and I doing some streaming for Q92 Sports. We'll include the link in our post so you guys can listen in to us. Man, I'm excited. It is holiday weekend. Be safe, everyone. Travel safely. Be responsible. Enjoy it. Yeah. It's a 3-day weekend. Let's have some fun. Let's do this again next week. Until then, have a great day and afternoon and evening. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, right?
Go watch some football. Go watch some football.